Hi everyone, this is Ben Kuchner-Kevich, and I just wanted to say thank you for watching the Purple Rose Sim this season while we were missing out on regular actual baseball. It's going to be back before we know it, and hopefully it'll stay around for a little bit here. Hopefully we don't have to have a postponement of the season. So yeah, I think I've told the story a million times now, but due to the COVID-19 pandemic, I was unable to broadcast play-by-play for Wayne State University's team as the season was canceled. So this is the next best thing I thought I could do, and I am grateful for Purple Row and my colleagues there for allowing me this opportunity. And of course, I am extremely thankful that you have all been watching. No matter how many games you've been able to watch, it's been very important to me that you watched even one, or not necessarily live, but you were able to go back and watch after they were over, and you can still do so on YouTube. So today we're going to be looking back in this final game at some of the best moments of the season, along with watching this new game as the Rockies are going for this sweep over the Braves. Some big home runs, some Major League simulated debuts. We'll take a look at some of those, some big plays, and we'll take a look at that today. So again, thank you all for tuning in. This has meant a lot to me, and this has been an opportunity that would not have worked without the support of a lot of people. So thank you once again. Rainy afternoon at Coors Field, but that's not going to dampen our spirits. Rockies going for a sweep of the Braves today. Rockies 44-54 and 52-47 for the Braves. Rockies offense really coming to life in the first two games of this series. Nolan Arenado has been leading the offense as usual. Trevor Story, Charlie Blackmon, some very good series for them. Kyle Freeland making his 18th start of the year, 3-8 his record, does have a 4.15 ERA. Not a whole lot of strikeouts, 89 innings, 47 strikeouts against 21 walks, 94 hits allowed for him. Just got to avoid the big innings. And it's not all been his fault. A lot of innings have been extended for him because some shaky defense behind him. Here's Adalberto Mondesi leading things off for the Braves, batting .232 on the year. He's had a solid series. A couple RBIs and a couple stolen bases as well. He takes first pitch low, ball one. Last place in the NL West for the Rockies here in the final game of Purple Rose Sim. Their 44-54 record. At the end of this game, we're going to sim towards the end of the season. We're going to do an auto simulation of the final games that would be played in the sim. And we will see where the Rockies finally end up. Ground ball to third, picked by Arenado, throws to first. That's out number one. Take a look at the Braves lineup. After the third baseman, Adalberto Mondesi, right fielder Nick Markakis batting third. At first base, Freddie Freeman. Ronald Acuna Jr. is batting cleanup in center. Ozzie Albies at second base. Marcelo Zuna in left. Batting seventh, the catcher Travis d'Arnaud, and batting eighth at shortstop today, Dansby Swanson getting his first start of the series. Saw Austin Riley play at third base in the first two games, so he's getting the day off, and Mondesi will shift over to third. Nick Markakis swings and lines one into center field, a base hit. It's one out single for Markakis, second place in the National League in simulated hits this year. That'll bring up Freddie Freeman. He is 8 for his last 17 at the plate. That is a .471 average in his last four games. .288 overall, 18 homers, 39 driven in. It's been a bit quiet in this series. Rockies pitching staff has handled him well. It's a lefty-on-lefty matchup. Kyle Freeland on the hill, Freddie Freeman at the plate. First pitch is swung on and slashed foul the other way. Freeman is 3 for 13 against Freeland in his career. The 0-1 is taken high and away. Count will level up now. Swung on and pulled foul, 1-2 the count. Freeland from the stretch, his 1-2 is swung on and cued foul. Just getting a piece of that one was Freeman. Freeland kicks and deals, swung on and grounded foul again, turning into a lengthy plate appearance for Freddie Freeman. Braves got on the board first yesterday. Rockies were able to climb back, pitch inside, count evens at 2. It was a 2-run error by John Gray. Ground ball back to the mound in the top of the first inning yesterday. He threw the ball down the right field line, allowed 2 runs to score. Rockies battled back, though. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and outside, full count now. Ronald Acuna Jr., he's had a good series. He's waiting on deck. Grand slam in Game 1, then a few more hits yesterday. Payoff pitch to Freeman is swung on and fouled off. He stays alive. This will be at least a 9-pitch plate appearance for Freddie Freeman. And swung on and grounded foul. And this will be at least a 10-pitch plate appearance for Freddie Freeman. Getting that pitch count of Kyle Freeland up there all by himself. Another 3-2. Swung on and lifted in the air, foul and out of play. Next pitch will be the 11th of the at-bat. Freeland kicks and fires, swung on and fouled off. Neither side wants to give in here. Another 3-2. Swung on and fouled out of play. And another 3-2. Swung on and fouled off. Have to start looking at the record books for lengthiest plate appearances. Freeland's 3-2 again is swung on and pulled foul. This is going to be now a 15th pitch of this at-bat coming. And it's swung on and missed, got him on strikes. It was actually April 2018 when Brandon Belt had a 21-pitch at-bat. This looks like it might be getting up there. Finally, Freddie Freeman loses the 15-pitch battle. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. batting .281. First pitch from Freeland is in there for a called strike. 75 runs batted in, his second place in the NL for Acuna. 18 homers, .878 his OPS, batting solid .281 on the year. .01 from Freeland is low. 17 doubles on the year, ranks third place on the Braves for Acuna. Of course, Rockies know all about doubles. They, as a team, lead the National League in all of baseball. David Dahl, with 40 of them now, is leading all of baseball himself. 1-1 from Freeland is taken for a strike. He's a pitch away from getting out of trouble here in the first. Next pitch will be his 22nd of the inning, and it's thanks to a 15-pitch plate appearance for Freddie Freeman. Freeland did get him to strike out, but it took a while to get there. The 1-2 is high, count evens up. Two-two pitch. That's high, and the count goes full. Ozzie Albies waiting on deck. Should Acuna keep things moving? Payoff pitch is just a bit off the plate. Freeland might have gotten squeezed on that one. Some negative body language from him as Acuna draws the walk, and the line will keep moving. Ozzie Albies will bat. He is hitting .266 this season. .309 at SunTrust Field and .224 on the road. Similar amount of homers at each location. 17 homers overall for him. And pitch misses inside. 5 hits and 15 at-bats for Albies in his career against Freeland. A couple of those hits are doubles. Getting a hit a third of the time in that relatively small sample. And swung on and pulled foul. Swung on, lifted in the air towards center field. On the run for this one is Dahl. That's Sam Hilliard playing center today. Dahl is in left. Hilliard will put it away, and that will retire the side. Lengthy inning for Freeland, but doesn't give up any damage. We go to the bottom of the first scoreless. Clippard can really retire left-handers at a good clip, but of course the 3-batter minimum rule is in effect. There's a line drive towards the gap in left center field. This is going to be the first major league hit and RBI for Brian Mundell. Hilliard will score. RBI double for Brian Mundell. Get that baseball. Rockies take a 4-3 lead. How about that for your first big league hit? Of the go-ahead extra base variety. And that one swung on and hit in the air towards right field. Going back on this one is Kepler. He's looking up, and that ball is gone. Grand slam for Daniel Murphy in the top of the 9th. Breaks the tie. (11-7) Rockies. 6th home run of the year for Murphy. 384 feet off the bat. And the Twins are stunned. Felix Hernandez has elected to opt out of the actual regular season, but he is still active in the simulation, so he will be getting the start today. His first year with the Braves after a storied career with the Mariners. This is his 20th start of the sim season. His ERA is at 5 and 102 2/3 innings. Former Cy Young winner. I'm not sure if there would have been a King's Court at SunTrust this year in Atlanta. I think there certainly should have been, following the excellent career Hernandez had as a member of the Mariners. First pitch to David Dahl is taken for a strike. .254 average on the year for Dahl. Braves at 52 and 47 are still first place in the NL East as we get a look at Dansby Swanson making his first start of the series at short. And a potential sweep for the Rockies today would put the Braves closer to falling out of the lead in the NL East. David Dahl batting .254 on the year. There's a couple doubles in this series. His 40th of the year yesterday. A couple doubles yesterday. That double was in the bottom of the 9th inning when the game was tied up. And that put Tony Wolters up to third base, where he would score on the walk-off sac fly for Charlie Blackmon. Swung on a missed pitch in the dirt. And Darno will throw down to first to complete the strikeout, 1 away. Here's Trevor Story now. Much better against left-handed pitching this year, though he does have a decent amount of power against righties. .320 his average against southpaws, .233 against right-handed pitching. 19 homers have come against righties, though, 26 overall, and .262 the overall batting average for the Rockies shortstop. First pitch from Hernandez is swung on and chopped foul. Story is 10th also in the National League in runs batted in with 64 of them. So we're thinking of it as kind of a down year for Story in terms of some of the offensive numbers like average and OBP, but the power has certainly been there. He fouls one off. Certainly driving in a lot of runs coming through in big situations as well is Trevor Story. A couple home runs in this series already. He's off to a good start to his simulated second half. 1-2 from Hernandez is swung on and grounded to short. Swanson on the backhand throws to first. It's out number 2. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Rockies today. Left fielder Dahl, shortstop Story, batting third in right field Charlie Blackmon, batting cleanup third baseman Nolan Arenado, batting fifth at first base Daniel Murphy, getting his first start of the series, batting sixth at second base Ryan McMahon, and a couple guys getting their first starts of the series. Center fielder Sam Hilliard and catcher Drew Butera, with a righty Hernandez on the mound today. First two games saw lefties. Charlie Blackmon batting .304. He takes first pitch strike from Hernandez. 17-game hitting streak for Blackmon. 19 homers, 46 driven in. .962 his OPS. Had a 2-homer game on Friday. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Quickly down 0-2 is Blackmon, whose .596 slugging percentage is fourth place in the NL. Rockies offense certainly has been hitting for power this year. Check swing to pitch outside, appeal to third, and Blackmon did not go. Here comes a 1-2, and that's going to miss low. Count evens up. Not a whole lot of velocity to speak of these days from Hernandez. Gets into the lower 90s. There's a swing and a ground ball weakly hit the other way towards third base. That's where Mondesi's playing. He throws across, and that'll retire the side. Rockies go down 1-2-3 in their half of the first. We go to the second inning. Ozuna, d'Arnaud, and Swanson due up. It goes on a per plate appearance basis. As Arenado swings, lifts a high fly ball to left center field. Back is Pham. He's at the track. He's at the wall, and that ball is gone. Home run for Nolan Arenado. 105.6 miles per hour off the bat. The Rockies take a 1-0 lead. And that will quiet the crowd here in San Diego early on. Top of the second inning, Marcell Ozuna will kick things off. .261 average on the year. He adjusts his laces. 6 homers, 27 driven in, .326 OBP. A little bit lower numbers than what the Braves were hoping for when they signed him to his deal this offseason. But he has really had a rough series. That's really brought the numbers down. Slow start to his second half. He swings and fouls on out of play. And first year as a member of the Braves for Ozuna after time with the Cardinals and Marlins. Freeland into his motion windup. The 0-1 pitch is swung on in line towards right field. On the run for this one is Blackmon, and he will get there. That's out number 1. Defense for the Rockies. Left to right in the outfield, we have David Dahl, Sam Hilliard, and Charlie Blackmon. Infield corners, Nolan Arenado, Daniel Murphy. Up the middle of that double play combination, Trevor Story. Ryan McMahon will shift back over to second base today with Murphy back in there. And Drew Butera doing the catching for Kyle Freeland. Travis d'Arnaud, 185 on the year. Very rough first year as a member of the Braves. Signed a 2-year, $16 million deal with them after a very good year with the Rays. Just a bit of an inconsistent career so far for d'Arnaud, a former top prospect. When he has been healthy and when he's right, he does have a lot of potential, as he produced with the Rays last year. Swings and grounds one fair into left field here. And overrunning that one is Dahl, maybe a little bit slippery out there. Trying for second is d'Arnaud, and the throw is going to be just a bit offline and late. And that will allow d'Arnaud to get into second base. They will rule that a double, so the third double of the year for Travis d'Arnaud. And wonder if there's a little bit of a slippery slip and slide out there in left field, as Dahl looked like he kind of slipped a little bit. It is raining. Showers and thunderstorms in the area of Coors Field today. Not expected to hinder play, though. Dansby Swanson batting .277 on the year, making his first start of the series. Giving Austin Riley a day off. Mondesi moving over from short, where he played the first 2 games of this series, to third base. Swanson has 3 homers, 20 runs batted in, .811 his OPS. .0-1 from Freeland is swung on and missed. Quickly down 0-2 is Swanson. Former member of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Came up as a highly regarded prospect with them. Has not quite filled in to that role as an everyday player just yet. Very solid for them as a role player this year, though. And swung on and chopped foul. He just gets a piece. .0-2 inside, ball 1. Swung on and lifted in the air towards center, hit fairly well. Going back on this one is Hilliard. He's at the track, and he will make the catch in front of the wall. That's out number 2. d'Arnaud will hold at second base. I'll bring up the pitcher, Felix Hernandez. First year as a member of an NL team, and he's batting 179. Not all that bad. Has an RBI on the year. Has a home run he hit as a member of the Mariners way back when in an NL ballpark. First pitch from Freeland here is taken low. I can imagine, though, that Hernandez probably is one of those guys who enjoys hitting a little bit. Some pitchers, you can tell they're just content with taking 3 pitches and maybe try to lay down a bunt if that's what's required of them. Hernandez lines one fair towards the right field corner. That will score the first run of the game. d'Arnaud will score, and into second base with an RBI double is the starting pitcher, Felix Hernandez. And that's going to make it 1-0 Braves. Second RBI of the year for Felix Hernandez. He certainly looks like he knows what to do up there at the plate. He has an idea. Not a whole lot of speed, but where he hit that, he was able to turn it into a double. Mondesi, Adalberto Mondesi, will get his second at-bat of the game. Ground out his first time up. He swings and skies one in the air towards center. Right there to make the catch is Hilliard, and that'll retire the side. We go to the bottom of the second after the Braves strike first. RBI double for Felix Hernandez. 1-0 Braves. Evan Grills, Major League debut, number 29. He is 6'4", 210 pounds, 27 years old. Again, we mentioned he'll be 28 on June the 13th. And where's number 29? And check swing, he went too far, and he got him on strikes. 1-2-3 first inning for Evan Grills. That's a nice way to start off your big league career.
Marte slices one to right, but there will be plenty of room for Charlie Blackmon to make the catch. And how about Evan Grills? He's faced the minimum through 4 here in Phoenix. Grounded weakly to third. Nolan charging. He's going to have time. And another 1-2-3 inning for Evan Grills. We're through 5 here. 2-0 Rockies.
The Twins were one organization that did not release any players. It was a swing and a miss, and he got him on strikes. What a performance for Evan Grills in his Major League debut. 7 shutout innings. It's 2-0 Rockies. Only 1 hit for the D-backs today. Nolan Arenado will get his first at-bat of the ballgame. 407 OBP on the year. That would be a career high. It's tied for 7th in the NL. 27 homers, 69 runs batted in. Also among the league leaders, as is his .329 batting average. Arenado really getting it done this year, as he does every year. Maybe trying to take it to yet another level this year. First pitch is swung on and missed. It's a curveball from Hernandez that Arenado swings through. Arenado started the All-Star game, simulated All-Star game at third base for the NL this year. Pitch is low, ball 1. It's high. Hitters count now. Felix Hernandez not quite the pitcher he once was, as evidenced by that ERA of 5. Coming into this game, he's looked pretty good, though, today. On both sides of the ball. Swing and a miss by Arenado. Count evens at 2. That slider was a good one. Two-two pitch. Inside, the count goes full. Daniel Murphy waiting on deck. Had a couple of pinch hit appearances in this series, but this is his first start. Got the day off against a couple of lefties. Swung on and fouled off. The count goes full on Arenado. Payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. Arenado staying right on that one. And swung on, grounded to third. Mondesi up with the ball, throws to first. It's out number 1. Let's look at defense for the Braves. Left to right in the outfield, Ozuna, Acuna, and Markakis. Mondesi getting the start at third, Swanson at short. Albies and Freeman at second and first. Just like the first 2 games of the series, Travis d'Arnaud has started all 3 games behind the plate. Felix Hernandez, the starting pitcher. Here's Daniel Murphy, 260 on the year, 6 homers, 30 runs batted in, much better against righties than lefties this year. He swings and pulls one foul. Rockies will be playing a couple of, not inter-squad, but exhibition games this week against the Rangers before starting the regular season on Friday. Major League Baseball has an opening day on Thursday with a 5 p.m. Mountain Time game between the Yankees and Nationals, and then an 8 p.m. Mountain Time game, the Dodgers and Giants. Team Entropy kicking in right there early. One-two to Murphy is strike 3 called. He got him on strikes. Curveball froze Murphy. Second strikeout for King Felix.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Here's Ryan McMahon now, 24 home runs on the year, already that career high.
Nope, ball 1.
Felix Hernandez of the perfect game in his career. So yeah, I believe it is, I know Jordan Lyles is starting one of those exhibition games for the Rangers against the Rockies. And it's going to be Lance Lynn and Mike Minor to start the first 2 games of the regular season. 1-1 to McMahon is just a little bit low. It's a hitter's count on him now. Felix wanted that call. Just kind of looking in like, where do you want it? And that one's going to miss low and away. 3 balls and a strike. Sam Hilliard is waiting on deck. We got to look at a very gray day here at Coors Field. That's inside, ball 4. He walked him. 2-out walk to McMahon. That is the first base runner of the game for the Rockies. And that'll put a runner on for Sam Hilliard, batting .234. 4 for his last 23 at the plate, so he was on a very hot stretch, but now he's cooled off again. 174 average in those 7 games. 10 homers, 20 RBI overall. Still a very good slugging percentage for him, up over the .550 mark. Hernandez from the stretch. First pitch to Hilliard is outside, ball 1. Seems like we'll probably see a platoon of Kemp and Hilliard in the simulation for at least a little while here. We're seeing kind of a Hampson-Murphy platoon as well. Just McMahon will play first base against lefties and second base against righties. Then Hampson will get in there at second base against lefties and Murphy at first base against righties. It's been a bit of a platoon between Elias Diaz against lefties and Drew Butera against righties, though Tony Walters has returned, and Butera's just on a hot stretch at the plate right now. You don't really want to take him out. Two-one coming to Hilliard is swung on and lifted in the air towards right field. Going back on this one is Markakis. He's at the track. He's looking up, and that ball is gone. 2-run home run for Sam Hilliard, and the Rockies take a 2-1 lead. It's number 11 on the year for Sam Hilliard. 392 feet off the bat, 96.7 mile per hour exit velocity. Nothing like seeing Sam Hilliard run into one. The Rockies are now on top. Drew Butera, the batter, hitting .283 with a home run, 8 driven in. And first pitch misses low, ball 1. 753 OPS on the year for Butera. The 1-0 swung on and cued foul. Butera got a pinch hit single in his last ball game. And check swing. Butera went too far. 1-2 is the count. Lights definitely on this afternoon at Coors Field with the rain coming down. Here's a 1-2 from Hernandez. It's high and away. Count evens up. It's a slider that time. Slider comes out in the mid-80s from Hernandez. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and lined towards left field. Coming in and making a shoestring catch out there is Marcell Ozuna. That'll retire the side. But Sam Hilliard puts the Rockies on top. A 2-run home run. We're through 2 innings. It's 2-1 Colorado. Jack Wynkoop making his big league simulated debut for the Rockies this evening. Pretty good year at AA, and then a call up to AAA, now to the big leagues. 3-0 with a 1.69 ERA in AAA. 6'5", 200 pounds for the 26-year-old Wynkoop. He keeps producing the kind of numbers he has. He won't be wearing 80 for too long unless he likes it that way. And there's strike 3 call. Got him on strikes. And swung on and missed. Got him on strikes. And that will retire the side. Feels even better. Swing and a miss by Marte. That's a good inning for Jack Wynkoop. Interesting information here. Matt Kemp and Nolan Arenado did some training together. There's a swing and a miss. Wynkoop really carving up Diamondbacks hitters. He's been impressive so far today. It's 1-0 D-backs going to the bottom of the 4th. Or dirtiness. Wants Hoffman to use the dirtiness that he has. Swung on and missed by LaCastro. Really good slider from Wynkoop. That's his 6th strikeout of the day, as he has really settled in. Nick Markakis got a base hit his first time up. He leads things off in the 3rd. Much quicker second inning than the first for Kyle Freeland. He'll try for an even quicker one here. First pitch is called a strike on the outside part of the outside corner. We'll go with that. 207 career home runs across parts of 14 seasons for Markakis. Most of that was spent with the Baltimore Orioles. I want to talk a little bit about a guy named Antonio Senzatella and what he could bring to the Rockies this year. Kyle Newman of the Denver Post had an article on him a few days ago. Another called strike to Markakis. He can't be too happy about the zone here. But right-hander Senzatella dropped about 15 pounds this offseason. There's a ground ball hit towards first base. Murphy will feed Freeland to the bag for out number 1. And there was some finger pain last year due to the changeup Senzatella was throwing. As we take a look at the National League West, Dodgers have opened up a 3-game lead over the Padres with a 60-40 record. Padres still in pretty good shape, 57-43. D-backs 8.5 out, 13.5 out for the Giants, and then Rockies are in the cellar. Freddie Freeman, strikeout victim, his first time up. But Senzatella, according to Rockies pitching coach Steve Foster, his repertoire has improved across the board. Mid-90s fastball, and all of it extends down to his off-speed pitches as well. Steve Foster said the greatest off-season strides of all the guys in the rotation have come from Antonio Senzatella. The things he did behind the scenes last year at the end of the season, he stuck with it this off-season, and he came into spring training with a higher velocity and breaking pitches that are definitely sharper. It was late in the 2019 season. This is Tracy Ringlesby of SI.com. He had another article on Senzatella. That's when Senzatella reached his realization that something had to change in his approach to pitching, because he has impact big league stuff. We saw him make a very good postseason start against the Milwaukee Brewers in 2018, but he just can't have consistent success. So Darren Holmes, former bullpen coach, was given the go-ahead to work with him, and we will continue that story after we take a look at this fly ball to deep left field that's going to tie up the ball game. That is a solo home run for Freddie Freeman, his 19th of the year. Tied up at 2 now. .445 feet off the bat, 101.7 miles per hour, the exit velocity. That is some opposite field power right there for Freddie Freeman. And hardly any doubt about that one off the bat. I mean, talk about an opposite field blast. That is some power. And career high 38 home runs last year from Freeman. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. He drew a walk in his first plate appearance. First pitch from Freeland is going to be in there for a called strike. So yeah, Darren Holmes was given the go-ahead to work with Senzatella, and he was eager to learn. Holmes right now is on the coaching staff for the Orioles, but said he will always have a piece of the Rockies in his soul. He was one of the original expansion drafts for the franchise, and he spent 3 years on Bud Black's coaching staff. Now he is watching from afar. And Darryl Scott spent 11 years coaching the Rockies farm system, and he's continued, along with Steve Foster, the revamping of the mechanics for Senzatella. And Senzatella said it this way when he went 10-5 in 2017. He said, "Early in my career, I was too successful. In his rookie year, he split time between the rotation and the bullpen, and after that, he got into trouble because in the big leagues, you have to make adjustments, but he took too long. This year, he said, is going to be good." He's saying that pretty definitively, and he seems to have recognized what he was doing wrong. So this could be pretty fun to see what Senzatella can do this year. The returns in the preseason camps have been positive. Again, upper 90s fastball, changeup's decent, and also allowing him to be more consistent with the slider and curveball. And the key is just a consistent delivery, because in the past, Senzatella had a tight delivery with the fastball and changeup, but with his breaking pitches, he would rock back, throw his hands towards second base, and as often as not, he would wind up off balance in his delivery. Drew Butera was asked about him a little bit, and he says he doesn't think they're major changes, but what stands out is his delivery is clean. He said the biggest thing he notices is that each pitch comes out of almost the exact same arm slot. In the years past, especially on his curveball, his arms would raise up and his body would slow down. Sometimes he would baby his changeup, is how Butera describes it. And those are cues hitters pick up on. And those are issues that Holmes initially wanted to work on this fall. As Holmes said, the delivery took a big step back for Senzatella. When his knee came up, it pointed almost at third base instead of shortstop. Then he would roll it back and would get his landing down really late. So Holmes certainly not mincing words about Senzatella. He's had a 5.73 ERA the last couple seasons after that rookie year. 17-17 has been his record. And Holmes told him with the talent he has, it shouldn't be like that. You should be in the rotation winning 16 games a year, throwing in the mid to upper 90s easily instead of a 500 pitcher who's throwing in the low to perhaps mid 90s. And Holmes said the big thing is he listened. He wanted to be better. They showed him videos. In the stretch, he was really good, no wasted motion. In the windup, it was vastly different. The rhythm was gone, but not in the stretch. He put him in the middle of the rubber, just like they did with John Gray, to help him work on some things. And they looked at the video of the new motion, and he got the visual. Holmes may be gone, but the focus of Senzatella remains because, again, Foster and Scott are still around. There's a ground ball to second base. The man goes to second for 1, 4-6, and not in time at first base. But the presence of Scott has made it a smooth transition after the departure of Holmes for Senzatella. Senza making trips back to AAA Albuquerque east of the last 3 seasons for refresher courses, and Scott was one of the Rockies' pitching coordinators, and in the 8 seasons before that, he spent time as a pitching coach with different affiliates in the Rockies system. What's more, he was in the big league camp helping with the pitchers in the last 3 years. He lives in the Phoenix area, and that allowed him to work with players at the Rockies' minor league complex in Scottsdale. Lots of internal knowledge, Foster said, as runner goes, and got him! Nice throw by Drew Butera to get Ozzie Albies. And that will retire the side. Let's go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. This game is now tied at 2 after the solo shot for Freddie Freeman. 24-year-old Ryan Castellani, 6'4", 223 pounds. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, he got him on strikes. That is the first big league strikeout for Ryan Castellani. It's the opposing pitcher, but we'll take it. He gets Pablo Lopez swinging. No one can take that away. First big league strikeout for Ryan Castellani, and very good location on that one, too. A good slider from him. Kyle Freeland leads off the bottom of the 3rd, batting .250 on the year. He's had a very solid year by a pitcher's standard. First pitch is in there for a called strike. So, yes, Steve Foster about Senzatella says It really helps when you got Darryl Scott in there and how he's come up through the organization. There's a lot of internal knowledge and a lot of relationship built up with the players you're working with, and it shows. Manager Bud Black said that Senzatella has worked hard in a lot of different areas, because if you think back as a rookie, he was mentioned as an all-star candidate, and the way he pitched that April and May, he did it primarily with a live fastball. Now, the last couple of years, the league made adjustments. Now, Senzatella adjusting back. And Black says he's seen a lot of improvement in his curveball, slider, and changeup. He's worked hard on the part of knowing what it takes to be a big league starting pitcher. He's stronger, his lower half shed a few pounds, his arm's working better, the whole package is looking right, and Bud Black says it is exciting. First pitch to David Dahl is taken for a called strike. 3 doubles in his last 3 games, also a couple homers. That swung on and missed. He is quickly down 0-2. That one's low and inside, ball 1. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. That's out number 2. That'll bring up Trevor Story. Story grounded out his first time up. He is 0 for 1. He takes one in the dirt. In second place on the Rockies with his 64 runs batted in. Leading the team is Nolan Arenado with 69 of them. 2-0 to Story is just a bit low, and it's 3-0 now the count. Charlie Blackmon is waiting on deck. That one's going to miss in the dirt, and that's going to be ball 4. Story will take his base. A 2-out walk, and Charlie Blackmon will come to the dish.
The right fielder, number 19, Charlie Blackmon.
Story digging his cleats in there to try to get a good lead with the wet infield. Grounds crew has been working between innings on that. Blackmon grounded out his first time up in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. We get a look at Dinger for the first time today, and perhaps the final time in the Purple Rose Sim. We might see him a little later on, though. He tends to make multiple appearances. He would like to see the Rockies break this tie right here. First pitch to Charlie Blackmon is outside, ball 1. 2 for 3 with 2 doubles yesterday for Blackmon. Also had an RBI on there, and that was a sac fly walk-off RBI. Who could forget? First walk-off of the year for the Sim Rockies. Throw to first to drive back Story. He's taking a pretty lengthy lead. The 1-0 is going to miss low, ball 2. Another curveball that time from Hernandez. 2-0 is swung on and lifted in the air towards right center field. On the run for this one is Acuna. He's still going back. That's going to be over his head and off the wall. Story will be laid around third, and he will score. RBI double for Charlie Blackmon. Rockies back on top, 3-2. For Blackmon, his 31st double of the year. And in steps Nolan Arenado. Grounded out his first time up in the second inning, so he's 0 for 1. Slash on the year, 328, 406, 634. The batting average, on base percentage, and slugging percentage trifecta. 346. That's pretty good. When you see the numbers in each category start with those respective digits. First pitch from Hernandez is taken low, ball 1. 120 hits for Arenado, ranks first place on the Rockies. That's second in the NL. And the 1-0 from Hernandez is inside, 2-0. Swung on and fouled the other way. So hitters count on Nolan Arenado still. Swung on and grounded foul. Will count evens at 2. Two-two pitch. Swung on, lifted in the air towards center field. Arenado got under that one a little bit. Acuna right there. He will put it away. That'll retire the side. We're through 3 innings. Rockies back on top 3-2 after an RBI double for Charlie Blackmon, his 31st of the year, scoring Trevor Story. The pitch from Boyd is swung on and pulled towards the gap in right center field. That ball is going to get down. It's going to bang off the wall. This should easily get 2 runs home. Story scores, Dahl right behind him. And that is a 2-run double for Charlie Blackmon to get scoring started early here. 2-0 Rockies here in the top of the first. 11th double of the year for Charlie Blackmon. Rockies scored 3 runs, at least 2 for the Tigers here in the bottom of the first. Still bases loaded. Ground ball hit to short. Story goes to second for 1, back to first, and that is a double play. And a big double play, but the game is now tied at 3. Cabrera will cross the dish. Swinging a ground ball. That's going to get into right field for a base hit. And Hilliard overruns it. That's going to allow Castro to score. RBI single for Miguel Cabrera. Gives the Tigers a 4-3 lead. Middle infielder by trade, Jonathan Scope and Jordy Mercer getting the starts at second and shortstop respectively today. Jamer Candelario at third. First pitch here from Hoffman is swung on and lined fair down the left field line towards the corner. Desmond picks it up. 2 runs are going to come home. And the throw to third is not in time. 10-3 Tigers. 2-run single for Harold Castro, his 3rd hit of the day. McMahon represents the potential Tacos run. First pitch for Almonte. Next pitch, I should say, is a line drive base hit into center field. Arenado is going to score. Murphy's going to be waved home. Throw to the plate is not going to be in time. 2 runs will score. 2-run single for Ryan McMahon. It's a 10-6 ball game. Rockies down by 4 runs now here in the 8th. Still nobody out, and McMahon on first base. 1-1 from Almonte is swung on and lifted towards left center field. This one's deep towards the gap. It's a long run for Maven. He's not going to be able to get there. That ball's off the wall. Runners had to all hold up. There's going to be a log jam on the bases. Desmond being waved around third. He will score. Wolter stops at third base. And it's a 10-8 ball game. RBI double for Trevor Story, his 4th hit of this one. With a 2-run double back in the first. First pitch here is swung on and grounded up the middle into center field, a base hit. 1 run's going to score, 2 runs are going to score. This game is tied at 10. Rockies were down by 7 runs. Charlie Blackmon 2-run single has tied us up here in the 8th. 2-0 pitch coming from Hoffman is swung on and skied in the air towards right center field. On the run for this one is Hilliard. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. We go to the 10th. 10-10 ball game here in the 11th. First pitch to Murphy is swung on and lined into center field, a base hit. Hampson will be waved around third, and he will score. Top of the 4th inning, Marcell Ozuna will kick things off. Light out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. It was in the 2nd inning. Kyle Freeland out for a 4th inning of work. Very interesting article from Patrick Lyons of DNVR a few days ago. It's called "Why There's Never Been a Prouder Time to Be a Baseball Fan in Colorado." Ozuna grounds out to third for the first out.
Now back, catcher, Travis
And Lyons starts off by saying, it may sound strange, but you know, well, the Rockies have also made the playoffs twice in the past 3 seasons, the only other time with such postseason success. It might not seem like there is, as 2007 and 2009, it might not seem like there's a renaissance happening. But ultimately, he writes, the biggest difference between now and the most captivating club to ever don the purple pinstripes is the world. This article is recommended a read in its full entirety. Lots of things historically going on right now. As Lyons writes, it started with Ian Desmond electing to sit out the 2020 season and using the moment to take a major make a major statement that garnered national headlines. An Instagram post June 29. It's a fly ball towards right field. Blackman on the run for this one, and that's fair into the corner. So Desmond wrote, quote, with a pregnant wife and 4 young children who have lots of questions about what's going on in the world right now, home is where I need to be right now. Home for my wife Chelsea, home to help, home to guide, home to answer my older 3 boys' questions about coronavirus and civil rights and life. Home to be their dad, end quote. Desmond spoke out about racism experienced by black people in the U.S. and the need to protect his family during such chaotic times as we're in. Almost equally as important was the support by his teammates and office personnel. Charlie Blackman said on his first day back at Coors Field, he was asked about Desmond. First time we were able to hear from Blackman on his decision to opt out. Blackman said he spoke to Desmond, reached out to him right away to let him know he's still one of his favorite people and that he supports his decision because Blackman knows he's such a good person and good friend of his. Lyons also writes, the entire Rockies organization has made a strong, independent push to follow health and safety protocols even before arriving for the start of summer camp. Because weeks before the beginning of training at 20th and Blake, Bud Black explained the seriousness with which his players have been approaching the ongoing virus. Black said he's been encouraged by what the players have said among themselves about how important it is for the next couple of months to do the right things off the field. He said it's that individual commitment to the group effort. Part of that is staying safe and watching what they do. And Black said he's been really, really pumped with how their guys are talking. Also, hey, this is pretty cool. If you remember back before any of us knew that anything like coronavirus was going to happen, Larry Walker was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame, first member of the Rockies organization ever. Might have taken until the 10th and final ballot, but it still counts. Counts just as much as it did for Derek Jeter, getting in on the first ballot. There's a bunt laid down towards the mound. Freeland goes to second for the force, back to first. Double play. And that'll retire the side. See a nice job by Ryan McMahon to stick with that. With Swanson legally coming in very hard, we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-2 Rockies. Jairo Diaz is going to bat for himself. There's no one left on the bench for the Rockies. Swung out in line towards right center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Jairo Diaz collecting a single. Wolters moves up to second. It's the first big league hit in the career of Jairo Diaz. Swung on and hit in the air towards left. Pham on the run. It's a long run. And he will not be able to make the catch. That's a fair ball. Wolters will score. Diaz being waved around third, and he will score. It's a 2-run double for David Dahl. His first hit of the season. That gives the Rockies a 5-3 lead. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. And that is your ball game in 15 innings. Rockies manager Bud Black talking things over with pitching coach Steve Foster. Continue to talk about Patrick Lyons' article at DNVR about why it's a great time to be a fan of baseball in Colorado. Another reason he writes is that Coors Field is one of the nicest ballparks in the country. Third oldest stadium in the National League, believe it or not. It has seen the birth and death of Turner Field, where the Braves play, now replaced by SunTrust. The Rockies are going to begin the 2020 season in Texas for the very first game ever to be played at Globe Life Field. following the demise of Globe Life Park in Arlington. There's a 30-year lease, so Blake Street is going to host games through at least 2047. So, unless they want to tear it down and build a new one, I don't see any reason to do so at this time. There's also a record number of players in Major League Baseball coming from Colorado, making an impact like never before, Lyons writes. 10 players spent time in the majors last season who were born there, and excluding 11-year veteran Mark Melanson, who plays for these Braves. The rest of the current crop is all 29 years old or younger with 7 years of experience or less. Fort Collins' Marco Gonzalez won 16 games for Seattle in 2019. He led the American League in starts, 34. He pitched to a sub-4 ERA, even though the Mariners, his team, finished in last place. And there's Chatfield High School's Taylor Rogers, who broke out for the Twins. There's a ground ball to first. Freeman feeds Hernandez to the bag. Taylor Rogers saved 30 games for Minnesota, part of why they won the AL Central pennant last year, and his brother Tyler Rogers debuted for the Giants to make them just the 10th pair of twins to play in the big leagues. First pitch to Ryan McMahon is taken for a strike on the inside corner. His 24 home runs rank third on the Rockies after Nolan Arenado and Trevor Story. Swings and fouls and out of play. He's quickly down 0-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on 3 pitches. That's out number 2. 5th strikeout for Felix Hernandez of this ball game. Been solid today, even though his team is trailing 3-2 at this juncture. Here's Sam Hilliard at a 2-run home run, his first time up. Getting an 888 OPS on the year. First pitch is a strike of the knees. That's inside. Hitters count now on Sam Hilliard. And swung on and lifted in the air towards center. Acuna going back on this one. He'll get there. And he will put it away. That's going to retire the side. We're through 4 innings. It's 3-2 Rockies. Story. And the pitch is swung on and lifted in the air towards center field, going back on to Discatel Marte. He's at the track. He's looking up, and it's gone. 2-run home run for Trevor Story. .438 feet off the bat of Story, 108.3 mile per hour exit velocity. 33rd pitch of the day for Hector Rondon, and Trevor Story puts the Rockies in front. Boy, did he need that hit here. Boy, did the Rockies need that hit. Leading off in the 5th is Adalberto Mondesio for 2 flyout and a groundout in his day. First pitch in there for a called strike. We'll take a look at some scores around baseball here in the 5th. Red Sox lead the Royals 14-6. They're in the 8th. 4 RBI day for Jose Peraza has led the Red Sox. 5th inning, Twins lead the Rangers 3-1. Jorge Polanco with his 21st home run of the year for Minnesota. Robinson Chirinos, number 13, the lone run today for the Rangers. 5th inning, Astros lead the Athletics 3-0. Yuli Gurriel has hit a 3-run home run. Freeland, next pitch will be his 75th of the day. Here it comes, 1-2, and it's swung on and fouled the other way. One-two, swung on and missed, got him on strikes. Nice curveball for Freeland. That's his second strikeout of the game.
Now batting, right fielder.
Angels beat the Phillies 9-3. Anthony Rendon hit a couple home runs, numbers 28 and 29, and Didi Gregorius hit his 15th home run in a losing cause for the Phillies. Mets beat the Mariners 6-2. That's a final. Jacob deGrom getting his 12th win. And Marco Gonzalez, who we just talked about, getting his 8th loss. Mitch Haniger hit his 12th home run of the season for Seattle. deGrom went 7 innings, 6 strikeouts, 1 run on 8 hits. The evening game tonight is the Yankees and Cardinals as Markakis lines one towards left. That'll be caught out there by Dahl for out number 2.
Up next for Atlanta, the first baseman,
Freddie Freeman will come to the plate, 1 for 2 on the day as a solo home run. That was in the 3rd inning. At the time, it tied up the ball game. First pitch from Freeland here is taken just a bit inside, ball 1. Freeman has spent his entire career as a member of the Atlanta Braves, and he may very well keep it that way. 1-0 from Freeland is swung on and fouled the other way. Freeland, if he can get a quick out here, should be able to go 6 strong. Swung on and pulled foul. That lengthy 15-pitch plate appearance for Freeman in the first. 52 of 81 pitches for strikes today from Freeland. Wonder if that lengthy at-bat helped him see enough pitches to get that home run in the 3rd inning. Kind of knew everything that Freeland had to offer because he saw everything in the kitchen sink. Here comes the 1-2 from Freeland to Freeman. And it's outside. Count evens up.
2-2.
Freeland shakes, then gets the sign he likes. Kicks and deals. Low and away, full count now. Ronald Acuna Jr. waiting on deck. Swung on and missed, got him on strikes, and that'll retire the side. Good end to that inning for Freeland, his 3rd strikeout, and we go to the bottom of the 5th, 3-2 Rockies. 8-9-1 hitters due up. .214 on the year, a couple hits in last night's ball game for Desmond. First pitch here is swung on and grounded up the middle into center field. A base hit. Story will be waved around 3rd, and he will score. Ian Desmond RBI single gives the Rockies a 4-3 lead with 2 outs in the 10th. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. That is your ball game. In 10 innings, the Rockies beat the Padres 4-3. Here's Drew Butera kicking things off in the bottom of the 5th. Lined out his first time up. That was in the 2nd inning. So he's 0 for 1. Very similar pitch count for both starters today. 71st pitch of the day is a strike from Felix Hernandez. Butera, a few stints with the Rockies now. Also with the Phillies, Royals, Twins. There's a pitch strike called. 0-2 now on Butera. Swung on, grounded towards second base. Up with the ball, Albies throws to first. That's out number 1.
Now batting, the pitcher, Kyle.
Starting pitcher Kyle Freeland will come up to the plate. Struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. 6 for 25 on the year is pretty solid. First pitch from Felix Hernandez is taken outside, ball 1.
Eighth inning, Nationals and Pirates are tied up at 4. Juan Soto has hit his 17th home run of the year for the Nats as Freeland lines one towards left. Ozuna will run it down. Gregory Polanco is homered for the Pirates. 1-0 Reds lead the Cubs in their ball game. And it's scoreless in the 5th between the Marlins and Diamondbacks. I believe that's the rubber game of that series. Dodgers have taken a 2-0 lead over the Giants in the 2nd. Mookie Betts with just his 12th home run of the year. I think they were expecting maybe a little bit more at this time, but oh well. David Dahl has 5 runs scored now in his last 3 games. This is a fun offensive matchup because the top 3 leaders in the NL in runs scored are all in this game. Nolan Arenado leads, then Nick Markakis, then Freddie Freeman. 2-0 coming from Hernandez. Dahl is in there for a strike. Final score in Baltimore Orioles beat the Rays 7-4. Alex Cobb gets his 8th win of the season against his former team. Drew Pomeranz, his 4th loss. Michael Chavis has hit his 9th home run for the Rays. Jose Iglesias, number 13. He's hitting for some power this year for the O's. Ground ball to second base. Albies makes the play, and that'll retire the side. We're through 5. It's still 3-2 Rockies. The 1-2 is swung on and lined fair down the right field line towards the corner. McMahon will score. Arenado up to third base. He will stop there. We've got a 1-run ball game. Double, RBI double for Elias Diaz, his 3rd double of the season. And swung on and grounded towards first base. Encarnacion throws to first. That'll get the run home. And this game is tied at 5. RBI ground out for Josh Fuentes. Which we didn't see. Eric Hosmer hit 2 home runs in that ball game. Story swings. It's a high fly ball towards left field. This one's deep towards the corner, and that ball is hooking, and that ball is gone. Home run for Trevor Story. And the Rockies take a 6-5 lead here in the 10th. Ronald Acuna Jr. has drawn 2 walks today. Been a good series for him. 4 hits as well and 9 at-bats. Kyle Freeland back out there for his 6th inning of work. And first pitch is swung on and lined towards the gap in right center field. That ball is going to get down and go to the wall. Over to pick it up out there is Hilliard. Acuna will cruise into second base for the leadoff double here in the 6th. That's his 18th double of the season. So who will be closing things out initially for the Rockies? Well, we went with Wade Davis to start the year and the simulation. Then Scott Oberg took over after a rough few appearances, a few blown saves in a row for Davis, as Freeland's day will be over. But Bud Black is steadfast that Wade Davis will be the team's closer in real life to open the 2020 campaign. In 2018, he still led the National League in saves, had 43 of them with the Rockies. 2019, of course, a much different story, that 8.65 ERA, as Ashton Godot pitched yesterday is going to come in for another appearance. 2/3 of an inning yesterday. Did not give up. Did not get a whole lot of outs. Faced a few more batters than just 2. 13.50 is his ERA. Lefties batting 1,000. Righties 500. I will tell you though, this is the smallest of small sample sizes. Looking for better results today. Ozzie Albies 0 for 2 flyout and a ground out. And he takes first pitch in there for a strike, and the throw down to third, and not in time. Acuna will steal a base. So yeah, 8.65 ERA last year for Wade Davis, like we need to remind you of that. 11.10 was his ERA at his home field of Coors. He lost his closer role in August, and now 34 years old, he admits that a strained left oblique he suffered in mid-May that landed him on the injured list impacted him the rest of the season. Hopefully that it really is the reason here. But Davis and Black will both quickly tell you, according to Kevin Henry of Rock Spile, that the past is in the past, And it wasn't too far into spring training in Arizona when Black pronounced Davis would be back in the closer role for 2020. Did pitch 3 1/3 scoreless innings in 3 games before the halting of activities due to COVID-19. Spring training 2.0, back at altitude, Davis has surrendered a couple of home runs in last Monday's intra-squad game. Raimel Tapia and Trevor Story both took him deep. But Black said he has shaken off the issues that have been seen in Davis's short samples at Coors Field from 2020. He says Davis is still working on some pitch refinements, as well as the pitchers are still rounding into game shape. Black said he's still bullish on Wade. He still remembers that 2018 where he led the National League in saves and was a big part of their success in going to the playoffs. Black said he thinks Davis has a lot of pride, thinks he really truly feels as though he's going to bounce back, and Black said he's right there along with him. However, Black was quick to point out the performance will be a key in a shortened 2020 campaign to go 60 games on the schedule rather than 162. Black said on the pitching side, you have to have that critical eye to really watch how a guy is pitching. Even though he might not be getting the win, he might be getting some losses, but is he truly making pitches and things will turn around, or is he not? Is his stuff a little light or stuff a little short? They have to make a change. It's a line drive right to the glove of Trevor Story for out number 1. They have to give another guy an opportunity. All those things, Black said, will be constant conversations, knowing that they don't have the 6-month season to assess, so it's going to be critical how they use their personnel and how they make changes if needed or show some patience with players. That's going to be a big part of all this for sure, he says. If Davis struggles, of course, Scott Oberg could once again take over the closer role. Jairo Diaz and Carlos Estevez both have experience there. There's a fly ball towards right field. On the run for this one is Blackman, and he will get there to make the catch. Acuna will tag. He'll try to score. Throw to the plate's going to be well offline, and this game is tied at 3. I'll bring up Travis d'Arnaud. So yeah, every victory, every defeat is going to be magnified because it's a sprint for the postseason with that condensed schedule. Off days will be at a premium. There's just 6 throughout the season, and not one for the Rockies during a 20-day stretch they have from mid-August to early September. So don't be surprised to see a mix of late-inning relievers put into potential save situations, aside from Davis. As Bud Black said, Wade's been there before. He's done it. He's conditioned for it, but it's going to come down just to performance once they get all settled in. It could be a combination of a few guys like they did last September, he said. 1-1 to d'Arnaud is swung on and ripped towards left center field. On the run for this one is Dahl. He'll reach out and make the catch, and that'll retire the side. This game is once again tied up at 3. It'll be Story, Blackman, Arenado due up in the bottom of the 6th. Those are the hitters you want up if you are the Rockies. Giolito kicks and deals, and it's swung on and skied in the air towards left field. Going back on this one at the track, at the wall. That ball's gone. Home run for Charlie Blackman, and for the first time this series, the Rockies have the lead first. That swung on and ripped towards deep right center field, way back and gone. Absolute mammoth shot for Charlie Blackman has tied this ball game at 5. His 5th home run of the year, 2nd today. Absolute towering blast. 461 feet, 106.7 mile per hour exit velocity. Blackman has timed up Giolito. That breaking ball hung right over the plate. 3rd deck. My goodness. And a 3-2 is swung on and lifted in the air to right field. Did he do it again? He did. 3rd home run of the day for Charlie Blackman. We got tacos. 6th home run of the year for Charlie Blackman. Oh my goodness. Lucas Giolito cannot get him out. And a trifecta for Blackman. 427 feet, 106.7 mile per hour exit velocity. Tacos. Wow. Trevor Story walking, a run scored in this game. Darren O'Day and Luke Jackson are warming up in the Braves bullpen. Felix Hernandez out there for a 6th inning of work. Had a very quick 5th. He's only allowed 2 hits today. Rockies have 3 runs, though. Braves have a few more hits, but the same amount of runs. And first pitch to Story. It's taken low and away, ball 1. 149 career home runs now for Story across parts of 4 seasons. Again, the simulation has added, I believe it's 26 of those now for Story. 1-0 to Story is swung on and fouled off. Rockies will be trying for a sweep today of the Braves. A very nice way to end the sim season. That's going to miss low. It's a hitter's count. Jaron O'Day, Luke Jackson, both warming up in the bullpen. There you can see them. For the Braves. That's in there for a called strike. Count evens up at 2. Two pitch. Swung on and pulled foul. Hernandez into his motion. Wind up and the 2-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. 6th strikeout of the day for Felix Hernandez.
The right fielder, number 19,
Charlie Blackmon will be the batter. One for 2 double, RBI double for Blackmon today. Takes first pitch strike. Hernandez seems to have gotten stronger as the game has gone on. 5 for 9 in the series for Blackmon. 5 runs batted in, 2 homers. He has certainly done well for himself and for his team. The 0-1 from Hernandez is outside. Count levels. It's a .304 career average for Blackmon in 9 seasons now. That's just about where he's at this year. 1-1 is outside. Hitter's count now on Blackmon. In upper 80s to low 90s with that fastball and that sinker for Hernandez. Doesn't throw with a whole lot of velocity anymore these days as he is getting up there, but there's no reason why he can't still be an effective pitcher. He's been pretty effective today, pitching at Coors Field, only giving up 3 runs, and we're in the bottom of the 6th. Blackmon takes a pitch outside, 3-1 the count. Nolan Arenado waiting on deck. He's been a little quiet today. We'll see if that just means he has something more in store for us. And swung on, grounded on the backhand to third. Mondesi fires across and got him. Nice play. That's out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman,
Nolan Arenado will bat. He's 0 for 2. Fly out and a ground out. 1037 OPS on the year for the all-star third baseman. Pitch misses outside. Arenado, 2018 and 2019 just 2018 Silver Slugger Award winner. 1-0 pitch. It's going to miss outside. 2-0. Up over the 90 pitch mark now is Hernandez. He'll need to get through this inning very quickly, like in the next pitch or so, if he wants to come out for the 7th, and he's going to get that out. Markakis puts it away, and that will retire the side. We're through 6. It's a game that's tied at 3. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes, and that will retire the side. 2 strikeouts in the inning for German Marquez. 7-1 Houston over the White Sox. In the 8th, there's a ground ball to third, to second for 1, back to first, and double play. Arenado starts the around the horn 5-4-3, and that is a good job to get out of trouble there by German Marquez. Right fielder Gerard Dyson, who made a really nice catch. There's a line drive, base hit into right field. McMahon will score. Hampson will be waved around third. He will score. Marquez moves up to second. 2-run single for German Marquez, helping out his own cause with a 2-run single. Off some pitches he should lay off. There's a swing and a line drive. Base hit into center field. 2 runs are going to score. McMahon and Hampson, 2-run single for Herman Marquez. He's got 4 runs batted in today, and it's 6-1 Rockies. Giving him a long leash here. Ozuna swings, grounds one towards third. Arenado throws to first, and that will retire the side, and Herman Marquez has pitched 8 strong innings, allowing just 2 runs. We go to a fly out to center and a walk have been the highlights of the day for Dansby Swanson. Ashton Godot out for a second inning. His first pitch is going to miss for ball 1. Aniello Piro of Mile High Sports writes that the Rockies should look into using Daniel Murphy as an option for their designated hitter. Again, the National League will have a DH this year. And that's really going to change how Colorado constructs their lineup. There are a few candidates for that role. Of course, Matt Kemp is certainly an option, though Bud Black is not committed to playing him as a DH or in the outfield. Certainly helps him to get more playing time with the DH, but Daniel Murphy as well. Murphy is now 35 years old in the second year of his 2-year deal with the Rockies that he signed before the 2019 season. There's also an option for him, though, mutual option. And in his first year, dealt with a finger injury and was never able to get into a groove at the plate like he had in previous years. Finished the season hitting .279 and 438 at bats, which is there's a line drive towards right field right at Charlie Blackmon for out number 1. Quite a drop from his lifetime .298 average. Just a couple years ago is when Murphy hit .322 with 93 runs batted in.
Felix Hernandez.
He said he spiced up his workout regimen this offseason, so hoping for a return to form.
Number 11.
And especially if he focuses solely on hitting, that could be a way to get it done. Ender Inciarte is going to pinch hit here for Felix Hernandez, so his day is over after 6. 309 on the year with 5 homers for Inciarte. The Rockies they want Murphy to play first base. That's what they signed him to do, but he doesn't have a whole lot of experience there. He's played second base throughout his career, a little bit at third base. We saw him get in the game at third base in the Purple Rose Sim yesterday. But defense has never been a strong suit no matter where Murphy has been playing. He's always been a defensive liability. But usually his bat makes up for it, but now towards the end of his career, transition to DH could be a solid move for him. As Thomas Harding writes, his swing is strong and he has looked great physically during summer camp. As Piro writes, Murphy has long been a student of the game. His swing has evolved over his career to adapt to changes in pitching. Coors Field, of course, a hitter's paradise, and Murphy now has a full season at altitude, more or less, under his belt. He does have a lifetime .322 batting average at Coors Field, one of the best all-around hitters of the last decade, really. Last season did not go according to plan. Murphy will try to revive his Rockies career in his second year. And Aniello Piro makes a I don't know if it's a prediction here, but he says if things go right, he makes a take, I guess. It might even be worth it to throw a couple bucks on Murphy to win the National League batting title now that sports betting is legal in Colorado. We shall see. That would certainly go a long way for the Rockies offense. 1-0 pitch coming to Adalberto Mondesi is taken outside 2-0. Every pitch the rest of the way is going to be vitally important. This game tied up at 3. Godot from the stretch, his 2-0 is swung on and missed. And swung on and fouled out of play. The count evens at 2. Swung on and fouled off again. Godot shakes, then gets the sign he likes. His 2-2. Swung on, lifted in the air towards left field. Going back on this one is Dahl. And he will get there in front of the track to put it away for the second out.
Now batting, right fielder, Nick Markakis.
Here's Nick Markakis, 1 for 3, got a base hit his first time up. First pitch from Godot here is swung on, lifted in the air to shallow left. Coming in hard on this one is Dahl. And he will get there to retire the side. 7th inning stretch time. We're still tied at 3. It's Murphy, McMahon, Hilliard due up.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Ladies and gentlemen,
New pitcher for the Braves will be Darren O'Day, 43rd game of the year, 5-3 his record.
number 56.
42 2/3 innings, 4.43 ERA, 54 strikeouts, 22 walks, a bit on the high side. Righties have hit 318 against him. You'd think it would be a very tough at bat with that submarine action for right-handed batters from the submarine arm of Darren O'Day, but hasn't really been a huge issue this year in terms of the batting average against. Daniel Murphy 0 for 2 strikeout and a ground out on his day. First pitch is in there, just a bit inside, ball 1.
Count 1-0.
And swung on, line towards left field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Leadoff single for Daniel Murphy here in the bottom of the 7th.
The batter, the second baseman,
Ryan McMahon will be the next batter. Off to a bit of a slow start in his second half. Haven't seen him hit a home run in a while, and he had 24 of them in the first half. Mark Melanson now joining Luke Jackson in the bullpen for the Braves. McMahon has a walk and a run scored in this one. Takes first pitch outside. Slider from O'Day at 80. O'Day, former Orioles reliever. That's where he spent most of his career. 1-0 pitch to McMahon is low, 2-0. And swung on, a line towards the gap in left center field. That ball is going to get down, go to the wall. Murphy on his way to third base, and he will be held up there as the throw comes in, and it was a pretty good one. Runners on second and third with nobody out. Ryan McMahon matches the number on his jersey with his 24th double of the year. Rockies in business big time now. A couple runners in scoring position, nobody out. And Sam Hilliard will be the batter. He already has a home run today. One for 2 day at the plate for Hilliard. .587 his slugging percentage. Doesn't necessarily even need a hit to get the run home here. Would be nice, but not necessary. First pitch is in there for a called strike. McMahon on second after his double. Daniel Murphy let things off with a base hit. He's at third base now. That is high. Swung on and fouled back. 1-2 the count. And swung on, lifted towards left field. On the run for this one is Ozuna. It's going to drop fair. Murphy and McMahon will both score. Throw comes into second base. That's a 2-run double for Sam Hilliard. And the Rockies have a 5-3 lead. Number 10 in doubles this year for Sam Hilliard. And we're going to have a pitching change. Luke Jackson will come in. 55 innings, 67 strikeouts to 19 walks. That's a very good ratio. 4.58 his ERA. Lefties have hit him around a little bit. 2-1 his record, and now his 54th game. He has 7 holds. Drew Butera, the batter, still nobody out. Butera 0 for 2, line out and a ground out on his day. We'll see a pinch hitter, I'm sure, coming up next. That's in there for a called strike to Butera. 277, very solid. 376 on base percentage for Butera. Really on a nice stretch at the plate right now, and really has been ever since he was called up a second time this year. Swung on and missed. He's quickly down 0-2, 96 mile an hour fastball from Jackson again. Jackson has gotten his fair share of strikeouts this season. Hilliard takes his leadoff second. Pitch to Butera is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Good slider from Jackson. He collects his first strikeout, his first out.
Now batting, the pitcher, Ashton. Good go.
Raimel Tapia has grabbed a bat. He's going to pinch hit for Ashton Godot in the pitcher spot. Tapia batting 162 with a home run on the year. First pitch from Jackson is swung on, grounded towards second base. That'll advance Hilliard over to third. It's a ground out that advances the runner, sort of acts like a sacrifice bunt. 2 away now. Lineup turns over for David Dahl. 0 for 3 at the plate today. His slash on the year, 252, 306, 474. The power has been the calling card for Dahl this year. First pitch from Jackson is taken low, ball 1. Dahl is batting very solidly with runners in scoring position, 329 on this season. 1-0 is swung on and chopped foul, leveling up the count. It was a slider that time from Jackson. And low, hitters count now on Dahl. Another run just 90 feet away with 2 outs. Strike on the outside corner, count evens at 2. Another slider that time. He can get it up into the low 90s, Ken Jackson. And swung on, lifted in the air towards left field. Ozuna's going back, and he's not going to get this one. That's fair off the wall. Hilliard will score. RBI double for David Dahl. That is number 41 leading the National League. And it's 6-3 Rockies. And that will give Trevor Story another opportunity here in the 7th. Walk and a run scored, otherwise 0 for 2 on his day. 891 is OPS. And he takes first pitch strike. Another good slider in there from Jackson. Check swing, and Story went too far. It's quickly 0-2 on him. Another slider from Jackson. Swung on and missed. He got him on 3 pitches. That'll retire the side. Rockies push across 3 more runs, though. They have taken a 6-3 lead after 7. Comes an 0-1. That's swung on and lifted in the air towards left center field. Going back on this one is Lagares. He's at the track. He's looking up, and it's gone. 3-run home run for Ryan McMahon in the bottom of the 8th. And that gives the Rockies a 6-5 lead. Another clutch 3-run blast off the bat of Ryan McMahon, his second of the year. He has done it again. 2 huge hits on the year. And Jace Tingler and the Padres dugout cannot believe it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Tyler Kinley on in the 8th, 2.05 ERA, 38 strikeouts and 11 walks in 30 2/3 innings. Hasn't given up very many hits this year. This is his 31st game. Must see Kinley has really been a pleasant surprise in the simulation.
the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Taking another look at Freddie Freeman's home run from the 3rd inning today off Kyle Freeland. Kinley pitched the first game of this series, had a very good inning. So Freeman 1 for 3 with that homer today. First pitch is taken high, ball 1. 34,040 in attendance here at Coors Field on a rainy Sunday afternoon. The rain has not deterred the fans. It's at least a mild day out there. And swung on, ripped in the air towards right. That's going to be foul down the line. Check some more scores around baseball here in the 8th. Angels beat the Phillies 9-3. That is now a final. Swung on and chopped foul. Zach Eflin gets the loss for the Phillies. He's now 6-7. Anthony Rendon with number 28 and 29 in terms of homers this year, and Didi Gregorius homering for the Phillies. One-two from Kinley is strike 3 called. Got him on strikes. Great movement on that sinking fastball. It's only at 92 and he throws the sinker, but wow, he confuses a lot of hitters. Pirates beat the Nationals 6-5. That's the final. Kyle Crick the win. He's 3-0. Ronald Acuna Jr. has been on base all 3 times today. Double and a run scored, otherwise a couple walks. Jose Ozuna hit a couple home runs for the Pirates today. Reds have taken a 2-1 lead over the Cubs. They're in the 8th. Still scoreless in the 8th between the Marlins and D-backs. Sliding stop there by McMahon. Throws to first. Got him. Nice play. 2 down.
The batter number 1, second baseman, Ozzie.
Actually might have been a little bit of a slip for McMahon, but he handled that like a pro. Dodgers have taken a 3-0 lead over the Giants now. There's Ozzie Albies 0 for 3, lined out his last time up. That was in the 6th. Solid 456 slugging percentage to go along with a 264 average and 319 OBP for Albies. Low and away, ball 1. Check swing, pitch inside, 2-0. Cleveland beat Toronto in a shutout 10-0. That's the final. Zach Plesac, his 9th win for Cleveland. Matt Shoemaker, his 6th loss for the Blue Jays. Plesac actually pitched a complete game shutout, 9 innings, 6 strikeouts. White Sox beat the Tigers 5-2. That is a final. Reynaldo Lopez, his 6th win. And Jordan Zimmerman, his 6th loss. There's a ground ball weakly hit to first base. Murphy will take it himself. That will retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Rockies will try for a little bit more insurance. They lead at 6-3. Blackmon, Arenado, Murphy, big hitters due up. Kyle Freeland making his 6th start of the year. Missed a couple of starts thanks to a stint on the injured list with a broken cheek. 29 innings on the year, 14 strikeouts, 9 walks, 2-1 record, 1.86 ERA, and 1. Freeland into his motion windup, and the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Good 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Freeland. 1-2 delivery from Freeland is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Second time today, Cabrera has gone down swinging. 0-1 delivery from Freeland is swung on and grounded. First baseman Murphy goes to second for 1, back to first, and that is a double play. Nicely started by Murphy. 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. What a job by Kyle Freeland. We're through 6 innings. 3-1 delivery from Freeland is swung on and grounded to third. Arenado goes to second for 1, return throw to first, and that is a 5-4-3 inning ending around the horn double play. Nicely turned by Arenado, nicely induced by Freeland. Mark Melancon, new pitcher for the Bravos, 46th game of the year, 48 innings, 38 strikeouts, 9 walks, 2.44 ERA. He has been solid. 2.94 against lefties, they're hitting him. 2.25 for righties. Charlie Blackmon will start things off 1 for 3 with an RBI double on the day. Very good series for Charlie Blackmon, I must say. First pitch from Melancon is going to miss low, ball 1. 2 hits and 14 at-bats in Blackmon's career against Melancon, former Giants and Pirates closer. Swung on and popped up a mile in the air. Third baseman Mondesi coming in. He'll put it away. That's out number 1.
Now back, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Here's Nolan Arenado, 0 for 3 on the day. Very quiet day for him. Shane Green is warming up in the Braves bullpen. Arenado flied out his last time up. That was in the 6th. Again, that Father's Day walk-off home run for the cycle. Arenado hit on the first pitch he saw from Mark Melancon a couple years ago. And he swings and belts one on the first pitch against Melancon here. Way back and gone. Solo home run for Nolan Arenado. Number 28 hits his 28th of the year. And for the 3rd time in 3 games this series, we have tacos. .426 feet, 100.9 miles per hour, the exit velocity for Nolan Arenado. Melancon, like I said in yesterday's game, might be seeing Arenado in his nightmares after that walk-off homer a couple years ago on Father's Day, and it looked a lot like that. Daniel Murphy 1 for 3 single and a run scored today. Takes a strike in the upper regions of the zone. He's quickly down 0-2. That's inside, ball 1. And 1-2 coming to Murphy. That is low, count evens. Curveball that time from Melancon. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, lined right into the glove of the third baseman Mondesi for out number 2.
The batter, number
Ryan McMahon 1 for 2 on the day with a double. 2 runs scored for him, also has a walk. 854 his OPS. Takes first pitch outside, ball 1. 1-0 is swung on and fouled out of play. It's just a little bit low. Hitter's count now on Ryan McMahon. And swung on and missed for strike 2. That's inside. Full count now. Sam Hilliard waiting on deck. He's hoping to get another opportunity before this game heads to the 9th. Hilliard has had a very good day. 4 RBIs. 2-run home run and a 2-run double for him. Payoff pitch to McMahon. Is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes, and that'll retire the side. Rockies are 3 outs away from sweeping the Braves in the final game of Purple Rose Sim. Nolan Arenado with some insurance gives the Rockies fans tacos with his 28th home run of the year. It's 7-3 Rockies going to the 9th. First extra innings loss of the year, by the way, for the Rockies. Arenado swings and drives one towards left field, and that ball is going to be off the top of the wall. Arenado should cruise into second base with a double, and he's in there with 2 outs here in the top of the first. First hit of the day for the Rockies. That is number 27 for number 28. Arenado also second in the NL with 63 runs batted in. Swings and grounds one up the middle into center field, a base hit. Second hit of the game for Arenado, leading things off here in the 3rd. Action now in the bullpen for the Pirates. Steven Brault warming up. First pitch to Arenado is swung on and ripped towards the gap in left center field. That ball is going to be gone. 3-run home run for Nolan Arenado. Now he's just a triple away from the cycle. We're in the 4th inning. 26th home run of the year for Nolan Arenado, his second in as many days. Showing us it's a triple shy of the cycle for Arenado. There's a line drive towards the left field corner, and that ball is fair, and that's just going to be a base hit, though, for Arenado as he hit it too hard. The 1-1 pitch from Feliz is swung on and grounded weakly, and that's going to be a fair ball that kicks off the bag, and Arenado has his 5th hit of the ball game. No triple, 3 singles, a double, and a home run for Arenado today, and Trevor Story will come to the plate.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Rockies.
Carlos Estevez, 55 innings, 79 strikeouts, 14 walks in his 58th game now. Righties have hit him at a 282 clip, lefties 195, and he will be tasked with getting the final 3 outs and a sweep for the Rockies over the Braves. Not too bad for a last-place club facing a first-place club, taking down the Giants. And I mean Giants in terms of David and Goliath Giant, not in terms of the San Francisco Giants. Swing and a miss by Marcell Ozuna. There are some former Giants on this roster. Mark Melancon, one of them. So is Adam Duvall. There's a swing and a ground ball foul. Quickly 0-2 on Ozuna. That's in the dirt. Ball 1. Will Smith, also a former Giant. One 2 to Ozuna is swung on and chopped foul. Slider that time from Estevez. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. 98-mile-an-hour fastball by him. 1 down.
The catcher,
Travis d'Arnaud, solid day today, 2 for 3. He's had himself a solid series. Compared to the numbers and how they looked coming in, he has been doing very well for himself. Wade Davis and Tim Collins are up in the bullpen in case Estevez runs into trouble. 2 doubles and a run scored today for d'Arnaud. First pitch in there for a called strike. You can see Davis, the righty on your left, and Collins, the lefty on your right, warming up. Not a save situation, 7-3 ball game. Rockies have the lead. 0-1 from Estevez is in there for a called strike. Quickly 0-2 on d'Arnaud. Oh-2 pitch. Just a little bit low. Trying to paint that 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Almost got it in the zone. And swung on, a rip towards left center field. On the run for this one is Hilliard. He'll get there. And the Rockies just need one more out to finish off a sweep of the Braves. Dansby Swanson 0 for 2 does have a walk that he drew in the 4th inning. Pitch misses low and away, ball 1. Slider that time from Estevez. And swung on and missed. High heat, 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Low and inside. Hitters count now on Dansby Swanson. That's outside. 3 balls and a strike. Pitcher spot is on deck. And Estevez into his motion. Wind up and the 3-1. Low ball 4, he walked him. So the inning will continue for the Braves. Let's see who gets a pinch hit appearance. It might be Tyler Flowers or Adam Duvall. We've seen both of them get appearances late in the games. Austin Riley also has not appeared in this game just yet. It's going to be Charlie Culberson, the one I didn't mention. Former Rocky will have a chance.
Number 8, Charlie Culberson.
Culberson 248 on the year, 9 homers, 24 driven in, 768 OPS. Takes first pitch in there for a called strike. Good looking slider from Estevez. That's in there. It's quickly 0-2 on Culberson, and the Rockies are a strike away. Swung on, ripped in the air towards left center field. This one's hit fairly well. Dahl is going to look up, and that ball is gone. It's a 2-run home run for Charlie Culberson, a pinch hit home run. And that insurance home run by Nolan Arenado is looking huge now. 428 feet for Culberson, 102.7 mile-per-hour exit velocity. And Scott Oberg's going to come in to try and get the final out. 28th game he's appeared in this year. 2.25 ERA, 24 innings, 29 strikeouts, 13 walks. Very few hits against Scott Oberg this year. 17 of 19 saves. So 7-5 ball game. First pitch misses low, ball 1 to Adalberto Mondesi. 0 for 4 on the day. 3 for 14 in the series. 1-0 from Oberg is on the outside corner for a called strike. Braves were down to their final strike, but Charlie Culberson, a big fly to left center. One is in the dirt, and it's a hitter's count now on Mondesi. Swung on and fouled the other way. Count evens at 2, and once again, the Braves are down to their final strike. The 2-2 from Oberg. Swung on and fouled off. Another 2-2. Check swing, got him on strikes. That is the ball game. The Rockies have swept the Braves. Final score today, 7-5. Rockies getting tacos in all 3 games of this series. And that is a nice way for Purple Rose Sim to come to a close with a sweep. I believe this is going to be Ashton Godot's first big league simulated win as well. Rainy afternoon at Coors Field did not dampen anyone's spirits. Ashton Godot, his first big league win. Aaron O'Day gets the loss. He's 5-4. 18th save for Scott Oberg. Both teams have 7 hits. Braves had 5 runs. Rockies had 7. No errors for either side. Player of the game will be Sam Hilliard. He went 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. 4 runs batted in because he had a 2-run home run and a 2-run double. 2 runs scored. Nolan Arenado 1 for 4 with a solo homer. Charlie Blackmon 1 for 4 with an RBI double. Ryan McMahon went 1 for 3 with a double and a walk. 2 runs scored. Ashton Godot 2 innings, 1 walk, no hits, no strikeouts, no runs. Darren O'Day did not get a single out. Gave up 3 runs on 3 hits. Scott Oberg just needs to go a third of an inning. Gets that final out for the save after Carlos Estevez was not able to come through in the 9th. Charlie Culberson had a pinch hit 2-run home run in the top of the 9th inning to make it a 2-run ball game. Ronald Acuna Jr. had a 1 for 2 day with a double, runs scored, also a couple walks. Travis d'Arnaud had a solid day, 2 for 4, 2 doubles and a run scored, and Freddie Freeman went 1 for 4 with a solo home run. Well, folks, it has been real, as they say. Thank you for tuning in to Purple Rose Sim this year. We will see you for all your further coverage on purplerow.com. I will be seeing you for on the Twitter. Purple Rose Twitter account will be tweeting some games for you. And we'll be back with some podcasts, too, from Affected by Altitude if you want to keep listening to us. And we'll have game coverage, all sorts of coverage coming up on Purple Row this season. Again, it has been a great experience doing these broadcasts for you. I only hope that you may one day be able to hear me on a larger platform. We will have to see if that works out. And certainly do everything in my ability to try and do that and get better at every single stage of the game where I'm at. Thank you again so much for listening. However many games you listened to this year, if this is your first one, thank you for listening. And go Rockies.